Shavua Tov, Gute Woche. I'm Rafael Rabinovich, and I would like to tell Bezrat Hashem story number 182 of the Shivchei Shem Tov, the oldest source of Baal Shem Tov stories ever published. The title of the story, Mashal Be'inyan Hislabshus, the parable about Hislabshus, the concept of Hislabshus, literally the spiritual enclothing, the spiritual garbing. I will explain the concept, the Hasidic concept, after the story. Says the author of the Shivchei Shem Tov, Shamati, I heard from the Rav Yaakov Yosef of the community of Polnoi, that he asked the Baal Shem Tov about Hislabshus. How is the concept of this concept of Hislabshus, of spiritual enclothing, which is mentioned in the Oilamos Elyonim, in the higher worlds, and how can this apply to us, to normal people here in this physical world? The Baal Shem Tov said, when you do something for the good of your fellow, whether you help them with money, physical needs, or with Torah, this is Hislabshus. This is the spiritual garment, says the Baal Shem Tov. When you give for your fellow to be dressed, to be ready for life, but to literally, if you dress him, or when you just give tzedakah, or the opposite, the one who is receiving the tzedakah as well. They're both doing the act of Hislabshus. And so says the Baal Shem Tov. Meaning, how can we bring this up? Not just have a concept up there in the heavens, and the Baal Shem Tov is saying, do tzedakah. Be concerned about the material needs of your fellow. Give him something. Does he need food? Does he need clothing? Hislabshus. The concept of Hislabshus in Hebrew roughly translates as enclothing or garbing, right? Lavush is clothing, hitlabesh is to get into our garments, to dress up. And in Hasidic thought, I will give you particularly in the line of Chabad thought, of the Alter Rebbe's thought. Hislabshus is the process of channeling and expressing one's own divine soul through physical actions and mundane activities, which falls in line with what the Baal Shem Tov said. If you give tzedakah, if you're concerned about the welfare of your fellow, you are bringing into physical garments that spiritual potential, right? So that's the concept of clothing, of bringing into garments, into physicality, this spiritual force or potential. I'm translating the stories of the Shivchei Shem Tov, all of them one by one. Some are long and some are short, and telling the stories here in the channel every Motzi Shabbos, as well as working on the translation of the book. Here, the stories I tell once in English and once in Spanish, in two videos every week, as well as I'm working on the translation of all the stories into Spanish with the hopes to publish the book, Bezrat Hashem, God willing, this year. Actually, quite close to completing the translation of the book. Here is a sample of my work, and I appreciate contributions toward this end, both keeping the channel and for the effort put into this, as well as the future publishing. See links below, give me a like, subscribe, tell your friends, tell Baal Shem Tov stories, and let's all welcome this upcoming holiday of Shavuos. As the Rebbe says, Kabbalah Satoira Besimcha Penimius, we should receive the Torah with happiness and innerness, and we should all merit all the blessings of telling the Baal Shem Tov stories. In Shavuos precisely is his Yortzeit, the anniversary of the passing of the Baal Shem Tov, So he's very much connected with him. May we all have a good Yom Tov, Chag Sameach, a good holiday, and may we see you here again next Motzei Shabbos. Shavua Tov, a good Tavoch, Chag Sameach, a good Yom Tov.